This is spectacular. The get off, the lean, Lou, and then the ability to get home.
Look, that's Terrell Austin right there.
Well, he was pretty clear all week. He said, I'm tired of being at 13 sacks. He's been at 13 and a half the last couple years. Well,
and he wasn't able to get it. But he beat him. He beat him right off the snap. Fleming didn't have a shot. Again, right there. They didn't help him. They're just letting him go. That's a mismatch.
So here's what's happening out here. They have gotten the Bills to turn that way, creating a one-on-one right there between Christian Wilkins, their best interior pass rusher, going against the rookie, O'Cyrus Torrence.
I'm not sure if this counts as a deflection. He's only had 5 of them all season, right? But this is good pressure. Yeah.
You go, man, that guy looks like a stud. But what you have is, boy, how did that guy get here so fast? That's exactly what happened right there.
Have backups. Watch the running back right here get in the way of the tackle, and that's just a no-no. You cannot.
Big number 93 right here. You got a little bit of a stunt going on. He gets right across Christian Darrisaw's face.
Chase Young, top of your screen right here.
Oh, went after his old teammate.
Tonight for the Dolphins on defense, Christian Wilkins. Now, we knew he was one of their better players coming into the night, but he has just been dominant. He's anticipating these offside runs, and then when he gets one-on-one in a pass rush, not only does he get the sack, not only does he get the fumble, he gets the fumble recovery and gives you a little dance on top of it.
Get him that sack, but first and foremost, have to make sure he stays healthy for next week.
Yeah, no doubt. This time he just splits the double team. And listen, that's a big deal. That's a lot of money. You saw earlier today, Clowney, he got his 9.5 sack.
As Max Crosby gets up the field so fast, right? So he goes right past the first guy, forces him to step up along with Kuntz, and then pile him out.
Well, Daquan Jones really has become the guy that once he got back in this lineup, boy, everything seemed to settle down just a little bit. Now
Up in the pocket, and Big DeForest Buckner is there to make the sack. His 8th of the year.
That way, great hand placement and movement. That's why.
So as they pulled the lineman, Hassan Reddick just follows through, and bam, he beats Justin Pugh.
But 11 tackles for loss. Look at that guy. You go, how would you block that out there? And they tried to not block.
And that's just how Dan Campbell is wired. And here's the pressure right here, just kind of driving Taylor Decker back into Jared Goff. Coming from over the guard, working against Blake Randall on that. I mean, you're just not getting there in time. 91, Levi Onwuzurike working that side, and then just keeps his eyes on Nick Mullins, sees the escape, and just closes space.
Been taken out of this building, and now the Lions will have to punt it. Vikings with a chance to get to within a score.
Jet defense makes you wonder with a healthy Aaron Rodgers.
Help. That's the second time that they let him be all by himself. It's the second time.
Yeah, and when you can get pressure from the inside, that's the most important part. You see Aiden Hutchinson coming up the field. You can see Nick Mullins.
Well, Gardeck's going to run all the way around the top of your screen. And he's working on Forsythe. That's just a...
Back in the lineup today.
Now right in the center, number 54, just kind of driving, collapsing that pocket right into Nick Mullins. And Aiden Hutchinson is lobbying for another... He's lobbying for that other penalty with no receiver in the area, but they had Ty Chandler.
Your quarterback is holding on to the football. Van Noy and Clowney have both gotten home.
Jadeveon Clowney will explain that in a second.
Gosh, that's close.
I mean, you just see Jadeveon Clowney again with
clear that you can go get that first down, a throwaway, and at least giving yourself a chance. It's great rush by Pittsburgh.
That's a heck of a power rush.
It's great rush by Pittsburgh. Obviously, the
Jamal Williams in, because if he cuts off the backside here, Calais Campbell, then Taysom Hill has a lot of room
you saw that
around the edge.
He's going to be coming on a blitz, and Rachaad White is supposed to be the guy picking him up. Frankie Louvu basically pushed them back into Baker Mayfield, so Baker can't step into the throw.
Well, this offensive line for the Texans, they've got their hands full against this interior group by the Indianapolis Colts. That's where they're strongest, is inside, and they showed it there. Davis, he does an excellent job. It's Ryan Kelly, the center, that he beats right in the gap in the last 4 runs for Jonathan Taylor. It really, ever since the injury there to Jerry Hughes, they've just not been able to get.
Tyrann Mathieu is right there to take the quarterback. He's got to hand it off.
It's been one of the things when Denver
locked up, Chris Godwin nowhere to go, and then of course you're going to hold it that long. Derrick Brown one-on-one with anybody.
He's got 2 today, coming off the edge. Ojukwu was trying. He was the extra lineman. He could not corral him.
Gets to Mariota, and right at the end of the swipe, jars it.
Half sacks this season.
Yeah, and that was working against the center, David Andrews.
Cornelius Lucas, remember, he's filling in for Charles Leno. He's their normal left tackle. He's on the IR. And
against Fields because he used his legs, but they get 5-man rush, and that makes it where there's no rush lanes for the quarterback.
Randy Gregory take this block on, coming inside. He's got the tight end coming across. Wrong shoulders. That's called the wrong shoulder. Gets your inside.
This just took a long time. Look, they go play action, fake reverse to Curtis Samuel, and he turns his back. And by the time he...
Or they could be bounced.
Yeah, it's a great job on the edge by Montez setting the edge, but really the penetration inside. Watch the right side. He's going to be right here. And that's the second or third time, but you're not supposed to block him.
Well, that's just one of those coverage sacks, and he's going to come right off the edge up top there. There's nobody open for
Dawson's got to go attack Zaven Collins here, and you got to get the defense to stretch so the halfback can cut inside of it. Didn't quite get the stretch.
Here comes the extra man right there.
Really impressive rookie rushers in the NFL.
Yeah, and we just can't talk about how the effort at which Mack is playing. Well, I tell you what, again, Chris Jones is just, you've seen him in the backfield, whether it's rushing the passer. I already talked about how many pressures he has in this game, and just completely shuts the front door.
Off the edge here, watch him keep those shoulders square to defend that boot keep out the backside. So as soon as you...
That was the 5-man pressure with a spy. He falls back Walker. But they have some pass.
Watch Benito. He went high here. Ooh, man.
Close to a face mask there.
23 Penny. Here he comes on the run through. Right through the gap. Lowers the shoulder right through the attempted block by Penny. And he corrals Jalen Hurts.
They're going to double him or chip him or something. But Kuntz does a nice job disengaging the tight end. Of course, that's a tight end. The tight end blocks.
There's no doubt that when you look at his body of work, you cannot deny or ignore how much of a factor he is in the run game. Now, it helps.
This team runs the most stunts. You're going to see stunts mean like this is a TT. They cross.
Before it gets started,
his 17th sack in what's been a career year.
Yeah, he is a powerful guy, Spiro. At 32 years old, look at how he just runs right through the left guard.
I want you to watch the left guard right over here. You talk about it. Jenkins doesn't hold up, and I want you to watch right out here. He's going to have to fight to get inside, and right there, once he does, ball game. He uses his leverage back in
to climb out of this little bit of lethargy that they're in. I think this defensive front has got to be the ones to carry them. We talked about the fact.
Well, Omenihu is lined up here, and he just stays with it. This is a long developing play. Stick, he goes up inside, and then Omenihu gets the ball out, and then Edwards is in the perfect spot to pick it up and take it all the way to the house. They've only had 3 takeaways.
Field goal time for Chicago.
And this is a good play call, but Brooks was all over it. This could have had a chance of getting a first down there.
And so what you're going to get now, he's got to get rid of this ball quick, and he understands it. This is the right way to be able to start for this Denver defense.
And I think they marked him officially down. We just didn't hear the whistle. Right there.
Right knees down, ball still in the hand. You have got to pick your hole and go. I know that you see those flat backs. And he's going to be working on City Sau, the right guard. Gets a little swim move, and Sau just leans forward.
Yeah, you saw them communicating there too. His eyes were up and to the left, and certainly not expecting that ball to be snapped.
Williams took it himself. Diving and short.
And let's see if the ball is actually moving forward. It's going.
It's not look like it was.
It doesn't look like it was. Yeah, Burns is going to get it, but you got to watch the way that Frankie Luvu blitzes and collapses the pocket when he does. That's a lineman he was taking on, and he just threw him all the way into the lap of Baker Mayfield. And you can see as soon as Baker Mayfield felt that, he was like, I'm just going to protect the ball.
This is a good tackle by Carter on the edge, but I mean, he should be a 4-yard loss here. Instead, he just keeps his balance, spreads his legs, and gets back.
Play action again, comes out. There's a guy right in front, and then Wright coming behind. Wright gets the sack.
Yeah, you see Quinnen Williams lined up right over the ball here. And you get that little game, that stud action.
Well, you bring pressure here, and then you leave Aiden Hutchinson up against the tight end. You know, that's rolling the dice twice.
James Hurst, the left guard, just can't quite get there. Tries to just push him out of the way, but it disrupts. We talked about it earlier in the.
I was going to make it, but it is in fact his last game. This is a special career that he's had, but he's going out playing at a high level. Like there has been no drop off, and I think one of the things they've done in Atlanta that has helped him. Tiki, you mentioned it. He's played.
And it's all about Aiden Hutchinson. If that's the guy that's up the field, you have to stay with him. Don't bypass him. You've got to stay and lock on.
Yeah, and Bryce Huff, you're going to see him working off the edge here against Fedarian Lowe, and just that speed off of the edge.
Or he's going to get off a block like he did. Those one-on-ones with him, you cannot leave the center, Bradley Bozeman, one-on-one. And they do a nice job of wrapping around. Watch what Vita Vea, he's actually lined up as a defensive end, crashes inside, and lets Yaya Diaby.
To just get after him. Watch him just come with speed around the corner, and he gets the edge and then comes back for the sack. And he has just been special this year. That's his 18th sack of the year if they give him the full sack.
Onyemata does a good job of splitting this trap block up front. Just splits it, gets penetration.
It's 4th down.
Yeah, and this obviously, shouldn't happen. They're trying to time it up with the motion. He's going to help secure the edge, and in the backfield, they're not able to even give the play an opportunity.
Has to have a very deep conversation play calling wise. Jalen Warren almost looks like he's surprised to get that toss. So fumble early by Najee, and then Warren.
Well, that's Cameron Young right in the middle on a little stunt there. He went off his face mask, I think.
Right off the top of the head.
Bumps that spike.
You see Jones this time, they're moving him around. They're isolating him over on the right side. And love how Stick just sticks in the pocket, stays with it, throws the ball.
Hustling back. What a year for Kobe Turner.
Incomplete pass. Please set the game clock to 4:41. 4:41, please.
Derek Brown, he's going to get a lot of pressure right up the gut. I've talked about him reminding me of Dexter Lawrence. That's exactly what Dexter does. They don't necessarily rip up field and get all these sacks.